Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dorm Dining. So today's recipe is going to be another one that I found on TikTok. This is going to be a high protein McGriddle bite cup thing. So not exactly a McGriddle, but let's just watch.
I've been seeing these high protein McGriddle cups and had to try them. First, I just browned some sausage in a pan, added 2 cups of Kodiak cake pancake mix.
So like right off the bat, I already know that this is going to be a lot
1.5 cups of water,
in terms of ingredients,
1 cup of cheese,
prep,
and then a 4th cup of sugar-free syrup.
Okay. So your basic,
I gave it a mix and evenly
items.
divided into 12 silicone muffin cups. They were literally so good, toddler approved, hubby approved, high protein and delicious.
Yeah, okay.
I had 2.
I think we could totally make this. Now, is it something that you can make on a regular basis in your dorm? Don't know, so let's go find out. So we went grocery shopping, and for this recipe, we did go to Walmart, so I'm gonna do a little, read the prices. So everything I have here, I only had to buy the mix and then the sausage because the cheese I already had. The syrup I'm technically borrowing from a friend, and everyone should already have some form of water in their room, hopefully, ideally. So the mix itself was $5.72, and then the sausage was $1.78. And I believe the cheese, I'm gonna do a price check before, I'm pretty sure the cheese is $1.17. The syrup, I'll just put it down below. And then a case of water, which is another price I'll just put right down below. Okay, so to start, I should probably grab the recipe that I wrote down. Lol, I'm gonna say lol. So we need 2 cups of the Do I have scissors? I do have scissors, but I'm not gonna look for scissors. JK, I might have to look for scissors. Always have scissors near you when you're cooking because you never know when you're gonna need them. We'll do a little snip right there. So we need 2 cups of this. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really have measuring cups. So if you, in the event you have measuring cups in your dorm room, 2 cups of this. So, bing, 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 bing. Does that look like 2 cups? You know what? We're cooking for 1 here, so we'll add a little bit more. Worst case scenario, you have more batter and then you can bring extra bites with you to class, when you're already running late because you woke up late. Okay. Now we need 1.5 cups of water. Because then we also need 1 cup of cheese and 1/4 of syrup. So I'm assuming the texture is probably going to be pancakey. And I've made pancakes before. So yeah, we got this. Right? There we go. We'll go there. So you're just gonna mix it in. It already smells really good, but I can tell that I don't have enough water. So we're just gonna add a little bit of water as we go. Because you need to be able to pour it in everything. Okay, so we're kind of we got something. And then we're gonna add a little bit of syrup. It said 1/4 of syrup, but 1/4 is probably a few tables. I can't even use this as a spoon. So we're just gonna, again, go for it as you see fit. Do a little circle like that. I've never had to mix syrup in something before. Dude, I'm telling you, this smells so good. If I didn't just eat lunch, this would be actually fantastic right now. Okay, the question is, do we add more water? Probably not, because I can just like make a mess. It's okay. It's okay. Ignore it. We make messes. Okay, so we added the syrup. The next thing we know, oh my gosh, you know what we have to do? We have to actually make the sausage. So, in the video, it said brown sausage on the stove. The goal is to not have to use the stove, because, you know, I can't bring a stove into my room. So what we're gonna do is we're going to put these in the microwave, and then slice and dice them up and then throw them in there, because I think that would work. So let me just, guys, I come prepared most of the time. Not gonna lie, half the time I'm not prepared, but it's college, so who really is prepared these days? How many should I make? 5 links take a minute. So we'll make 5. Worst case scenario, I'll have extra and I'll get a snack while I'm cooking. 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna do a little spinny spin over. Guys, it's 4, 4, 4. I hope everyone saw that. And then now we're gonna, while those are cooking, we're gonna sprinkle in some cheese. It's probably a lot of cheese. Also, thinking about this now, most breakfast foods are made with cheddar. I only had mozzarella. So, is it gonna be a little awko? Yeah, probably. But it's okay. The sausage is done. Low key, kind of smells like home. I don't know about you, but sausages were an essential part of breakfast. They're a little hot. I've never had to like cut up sausage like this before, because usually I just eat the links, you know, like dip them in some syrup and call it a day. So honestly, already looking at this recipe, while it smells delicious and I love like breakfast foods, if you are in a rush to get like to class or something, you need a quick breakfast food, this is not it. This, I'm already telling you, because I mean, it's not that it's taking forever, it's just, it feels like it's a lot of preparation. So maybe if you like had your like batter like mixed ahead of time, then you would be fine. But who makes batter ahead of time? Is that a thing people do? I've never heard of people who do it. Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm slicing them up and I'm cutting, like I sliced them and now I cut them in half. Because I don't need like giant sausage chunks in my bites. And I definitely don't think I needed all 5, so don't mind me. Eat while you cook. It's a healthy part of life. I'm gonna throw those bad boys in there. Mix up some more. I feel like I'm gonna add a little more water just because you can't. I feel like that was too much water, but it's okay. It's okay. And I'm making a mess. Still smells really good though. And low-key, I am excited to try these. It doesn't look like there's cheese in here, but you can still smell the syrup. It's still very strong. So yeah, low-key, this doesn't necessarily look the most appetizing, but like, it'll be fine. Now, here's the part of the recipe that I didn't think about. Technically, you do need an oven for this. You need, because the way they did it in the video, you get a cupcake tray spray it, and then put it in there and then shove it in the oven for 20 minutes at 400 degrees. So we're gonna try it 2 ways actually. I do have access to a community kitchen. Obviously, and I was able to find someone to lend me a cupcake tin. So let me spray this down. Why does this? My floor is definitely gonna get a little oily. That's a bummer. Right? How did my mom used to? I'm trying to think how my mom used to oil things. Oh my gosh. She used to sometimes would get a paper towel and like move it around with the paper towel. I'm gonna go get a paper towel. Hold on. We brought over the paper towels, which I probably should have had over here to begin with, but you know. Learning process. Just make sure the oil is everywhere on the pan, because in hindsight, there's no oil on the pan where I have to hold it. So let's pray that when I take these out of the oven, I don't drop it, because I will cry. I cry too easily, but that's okay. Okay. We'll get to that later. The cleanup part is not the fun part of the process. So we're gonna go ahead and, I don't know how much of this is gonna make. For the size bowl that I had, so this bowl came from Walmart. It was like 50 cents. It's a pretty decent sized bowl, so I mean, if you want to get like your own like dishes for your room, I do suggest Walmart. Walmart has pretty decent price ones, and they've lasted like all of my years of college so far since I've been a freshman. So I'm really hoping these come out good, guys. You have no idea, because, oh, I guess we're moving on that one, because they smell so good. Okay, so we'll make 6 in here, because one of my friends suggested, when I told her I was filming this, she said, why don't you try to make them in an air fryer? So we're gonna actually see how that goes. So what we're gonna do in order to make them in an air fryer is not make a mess, because again, I'll cry. We are going to take some aluminum foil. The goal is to shape it into a cup-ish look thing that it'll cook. But now the question is how long to put it in there for, because your girl does not know. In an air fryer, it'll probably be what? 15? 10? I don't know. And this is why I already know that by the end of this, this probably wouldn't be on my quick and easy college list. How do we make a... So the advice I just got from my fantastic camera crew is we're going to take the molds of one of these and try to okay, so this is gonna be the most awkward like cup thing ever, because is this even gonna stand in the air fryer? I guess we'll never know. But, aw, here's our cute little cup thing. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm actually getting kind of excited for this. I hope this works. Whoop. That's like, okay, we're getting somewhere. I don't want to overload this because I don't want to mess up my air fryer, so we're just going to go ahead and make a 7th one. Now, if patterns bother you and the fact that it's uneven bothers you, it bothers me too. After I put it in there, I regretted it immediately. It's kind of making me uncomfortable to look at, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. Okay, that's gonna be a little baby one. But now we're going to, so here's your little bowl of, you know, your little cup of bites. Oh my gosh, you know what? We're gonna put a little bit of cheese on top of it, just because I'm a diehard cheese girly. Actually, we're gonna add a little bit of, we'll add a little extra cheese to some of them. Like, but again, looking at this now, most breakfast foods are made with cheddar cheese, and I should have got cheddar cheese. I have a block of cheddar cheese in my fridge. I do have a block of cheddar cheese in my fridge, but do I have a cheese grater? No. Am I going to sit here and shred cheese with a knife? No. Because, you know, that's not what we're gonna do. Here's what we got. She's a little burnt. Smells kind of fire though. Smells kind of fire. Oh my gosh, wait, since I did it with the aluminum, you think it'll just peel off? Oh. Oh.
You didn't spray.
I did not spray this before I threw it in the air fryer. Ooh. Is she underbaked though? I can't tell if it looks underbaked or if it's just like the chocolate melting. Cause it is the chocolate chip one. You know, it is the chocolate chip one. So we're gonna get a fork. Okay, she smells kind of good. I don't know how I'm supposed to like. In the video, she was eating it by hand though. Like I should be able to eat this by hand. Y'all, she's like, I don't know if you can see the steam, but she's smoking. She's hot. The question is, do I let it cool down or do I just bite into it? Just bite into it? That's what I was thinking. So the cheese is like non-existent. The syrup, you can taste a little bit. I don't hate it, but this cannot be made in an air fryer. Let's leave it at that. Every recipe said oven, but we were gonna try to make it in a microwave. And the answer to that question is no. Don't make it in a microwave. No, don't make it in an air fryer. Taya doesn't know the difference between her appliances apparently. They're here. They're here. Okay. I don't own muffin mitts because I don't have to use an oven, ever. I picked a recipe in which case you have to use an oven, and I forgot that I didn't have the tools to use an oven. So, beach towel, a great dupe if you need to hold something that's hot. We're not gonna talk about it. But, now I feel like I want syrup with it. I feel like syrup with it might be kind of a not too crazy idea. So here's what we're gonna do. Oops. We're gonna a little bit of syrup. We're gonna try some with and without syrup. So what it's looking like the ones that had the cheese on it are the ones that look a little burnt. But I didn't put cheese on these ones. Oh, this one's kind of got pimples. It's kind of funny. But, okay, we're gonna try a bite with syrup and one without syrup. I wanna try this one. Okay, so overall look, she's kind of cute. She's kind of like a cute little baby muffin. It does just taste the same as the air fryer one. I'm telling you, if you're gonna make it, find the original. Don't get the ones with the chocolate chips. If you're gonna let me rephrase. If you're going to add sausage, don't get chocolate chip. If you want chocolate chip, don't add the sausage. I think that's what the mix is. That's the issue. So we're gonna do a little dippy dip. See if the syrup makes it any better. Okay, dipping in syrup. Dipping in syrup makes it so much better. I stand by the statement I said before. But dip it in syrup. Hey guys, so we made the bites, the McGriddle high protein bites, and I'm on the fence with this one. So for starters, I did get the specific chocolate chip mix rather than just the original, because at the store they only had the chocolate. It was either the chocolate chip one or the one with the sprinkles, and personally I'm not a big sprinkles person. It was the conflict of flavors. The chocolate with the sausage was just not something I thought about ahead of time. Probably should have. So oops. And then in terms of preparation, it's not that it was difficult, it's that it required a bigger bowl than what I had, because I did make a little bit of a mess. Plus specific measurements, like I don't expect any normal everyday college kids to just have measuring cups lying around. I mean, I personally don't. If you have one of those measuring cups where it's like a single cup and it has like, you know, the different markings, then by all means go for it. But I don't think anybody in college typically just has that on hand readily available. And another thing was the fact that since you are supposed to cook them in the oven, so it is really only if you have access to a community oven, because it was only like 400 degrees at, I believe it was 20 minutes. So like, you know, if you have access to a community kitchen that you're more than willing to use, then by all means make them 100%. But going back to the materials, a cupcake tin. I don't think everyone just has a cupcake tin lying around. There's just a lot of like little things that you wouldn't necessarily have in like your dorm room, unless, you know, you are a full-blown chef and you're going for a culinary degree, in which case I would love to see you on this show, because if you're getting a culinary degree, I'm not. So it would be fun to have a guest star. But, you know, again, at the end of the day, taste-wise, I would give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's definitely something that's good to try out, but not necessarily something that can be consistent on a regular basis, because now you also have to think, where are you going to store the rest of your mix? Where are you going to store your water? Where are you going to store your cheese? Where are you going to store your sausage? Where are you going to store, you know, your measuring cup and your cupcake tin if you do decide to get one? Because you saw me, I attempted to make it in an air fryer and make it like friendly, and while it did kind of work, the whole just figuring out how to actually cook it in the air fryer was complicated. So at the end of the day, I can't wait to try another recipe, because this one, not the move. But other than that, I will see you next week when we try something new.